What's happening, guys? And today I'll be doing my tips for round 12 of the season. Round 11 was nothing short of absolutely brutal. Upsets galore, absolutely everywhere. Maybe this one wasn't an upset, but absolutely hit for six. Got the Dockers upset. That was about the only thing I did right for the round. And yeah, gave Brisbane too much credit there. Good win by the Crows. Tough week at the office, but we've got another week to respond. A few more weeks, that is, till round 24. Without further ado, though, let's get stuck into round 12. Getting close to the buys. If there's not buys already, there is. There we go. We have buys coming up. Melbourne, Carlton, Friday night. Don't know how Carlton, one of the most mediocre teams in the competition, gets so many Friday night games, but I just work here. I just exist in this ecosystem. Anyway, they're facing the D's. Big challenge. Close game last time. Carlton lost by less than a goal. Happy to tip Melbourne here. I think they've lost their last two or three. Lost two in a row. Not going to lose three in a row, and especially not to Carlton, who can't move the ball at the moment. I think it's going to be close. I'll go 26 points. I don't know if that's really close or not. Either way, I think Melbourne will get their act together, and it's a very tough one for the Blues. Not impossible, but yeah, very, very difficult, especially with Melbourne with a bit to work with off back-to-back losses. We then move over to Adelaide Oval. Port Adelaide hosting Hawthorn, and interestingly, you wouldn't believe the result, at least last time or the time before that. Hawthorn won over there in amazing fashion at the start of 2022. Absolutely demolished the Power. I don't think that'll happen this time, although it's going to be a pretty tough game. I think probably, especially Port have won 8 in a row. You're almost more, every game just becomes you're eventually going to lose one. Could be a bit of a banana peel game. I think Port Adelaide too good at home though. Hawthorn, a couple of good weeks, but I don't think they're going to get the job done over there. They've done it before though, just like the Giants have beaten the Cats at the Cattery the last 3 times. Don't get me started there. Over to Optus Stadium, we've got West Coast hosting the Magpies. I think it's pretty safe to say Magpies will win that one. Travelling as good as anyone. The worst team versus the best team. I think, yeah, it's a pretty convincing win for Collingwood. Saturday night game, we've got the Western Bulldogs and Geelong, who have been favourites probably the last 3 weeks and lost them all. They were favourites for the last 3 weeks and haven't come home with the chocolates. I think the Dogs will win until Geelong can get some kind of midfield together with Holmes, Guthrie and Dangerfield. Probably have 3 starting midfielders out of the team. I think any team's going to struggle with that. And the Dogs' midfield's their strength, so I suspect we'll be under a lot of pressure, and the Dogs' pressure is great. So, yeah, I think it's going to be another pretty tough night. I don't think we've lost 4 in a row since 2006, so hopefully that doesn't happen. We could come out and win, but I don't see it. Too much out at the moment, especially in that midfield brigade, which is where the game's won and lost. If you don't have a midfield, well, good luck to you. TIO Stadium, we see Gold Coast hosting Adelaide. Very interesting game, this one. Crows have been a little bit win-loss at times. I'm going to go Gold Coast and probably regret it. I think when Gold Coast are not the favourites, they tend to win. That doesn't really make sense because they lose a lot of games despite not being favourites. But I don't think Adelaide have travelled that well. I think these conditions definitely suit the Suns. Those muggy conditions more than maybe the Crows, but I also tipped Brisbane, and that didn't work out too well. Hopefully it means Gold Coast are going in the right direction. They can be, again, bit win-loss as well. It's a massive game for both teams. Great litmus test for both as well. Then the Sunday game, we've got GWS hosting Richmond. This one's at Giants Stadium. Again, a really tough game to read. I think the Giants will take massive confidence out of their win. Richmond aren't travelling that great. Don't know when Tom Lynch is back, but they'll desperately need him back soon. Giants will probably get a few back as well. Home ground advantage. Playing some great football there. Haven't really been blown out of the water minus the Collingwood game, and Collingwood will probably blow a few teams out of the water. So it's not isolated to just GWS. I think they'll get the job done. Be a close one. 4:40 game at Marvel, Essendon, North Melbourne. I think Essendon lately have had the wood over North Melbourne. A lot of teams probably had the wood over North Melbourne. As you can see, at least the last 5 games going the way of the Bombers. I think they'll win. They're playing some good footy, looking like they could be finals bound for the first time since 2017, 2018, possibly. I could be out of sorts there, but they're playing some good footy, moving the ball well, defending as good as they have for quite some time. And then we've got some buys. We've got Brisbane, Fremantle, St Kilda and Sydney who've got a spell this week. And we'll be back into it next week. Alright, team, let's have a look at the tips for this round. I don't think I've gone anything too crazy, but I've gone Melbourne, Port Adelaide, Collingwood, Western Bulldogs, Gold Coast, GWS and Essendon. Pretty down the line here, and I feel like we saw a million upsets last week, so we might see some more normality this week, but it's been such an even season and it's such an even competition, as we know. That's it for me, guys. I hope you liked the video. Comment down below who you think is going to win this week. Chuck your picks for the weekend in the comments, and don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe. I appreciate you fans joining in and watching in for the content. So, yeah, awesome. Thanks again, crew, for joining in. I'll see you in the next video.